Beautiful Taurus peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Am from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-January 2022 tarot reading. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you want to check out my official social medias, you're more than welcome to. That's going to be linked down in the description below. So Taurus, let's go ahead and get on into it. I want to say Happy New Year, guys. I hope you're excited for 2022, and let's see what we got going on. Starting out with the current energies for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-January 2022. What current energies do we got coming up here for the Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-January 2022. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look, okay? We got here the Death card. We also got here the Three of Wands. And lastly, we have here the Four of Wands. So, right off the bat, coming into your current energies, we have the Death card. Could be a Scorpio for a few of you that you're dealing with, or you may have a prominent Scorpio placement in your chart. Now, with the Death card showing up for you guys, not necessarily a bad card, because it's a card that talks about transformation. The Death card may be things changing, but when there is death, there is always rebirth. So you are going through some sort of transformation coming into the second half of this month. I definitely think it was a transformation you were waiting for. So I do definitely feel that something you were waiting for is finally starting to change for you, Taurus, stepping into the second half. Whatever it is you've been waiting to change, seems like it's going to be a good one. You also got here the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card that represents celebration, happiness, but most importantly, it's a card that represents stability. The Four of Wands is being stable in whatever areas of your life. I mean, naturally, the way the card's depicted is it can talk about a happy, stable marriage. Maybe some of you guys have been waiting for changes within your marriage. I mean, if you're a Taurus that's dealing with a marriage, there could have been issues that were kind of going on between your spouse and you. But if that's the case, I definitely see a lot of resolved issues in regards to marriages for Tauruses coming into mid-January. So if that's the case, you're going to start to see the change and transformation in your marriage that you've essentially been waiting for. But nonetheless, though, that Four of Wands is finally connecting with what's stable to you. Your environment, what you feel connected to, is starting to become quite stable. So there's going to be a lot of powerful change stepping in mid-January, and I think it's going to benefit you along the lines of stability. Things are starting to become consistent for you in a good way, So I like that. Let's go ahead and see what you're dealing with here, though, Taurus. What is Taurus dealing with? Jumping into mid-January 2022. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-January 2022. What is it that Taurus is dealing with here? We got here the Devil. We also got here the Seven of Pentacles. We have here the Page of Swords. And lastly, we have here the Two of Wands. So, the Devil, the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Now, with the Devil to the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles is a card that usually naturally talks about the seeds that you plant. So this is about the things you're invested in. With the Devil to the Seven of Pentacles, it feels to me like what you were invested in for quite a long time was something that definitely wasn't super good for you. The Devil card could talk about being invested into negativity. It could talk about feeling trapped or feeling stuck or feeling kind of surrounded by negativity. So Taurus, the main change you wanted coming into 2022 was to remove yourself from any negative attachments. If you've had a negative attachment to an ex of yours, if you had a negative attachment to a past person, that seems to be getting dissipated and completely cut off moving into mid-January. So that's really good news to talk about. So just throwing that out there for any Tauruses that have had a connection to somebody in their past or have still had an attachment there. I see you fully being able to cut the cord and severing ties. So that's really good for you if that's coming in. Now, the Devil card to the Seven of Pentacles too could also represent you guys starting to become aware of what energy you've kind of been giving to certain situations, especially if the situations were really worth having your energy or not. It's kind of like coming to the realization of, hey, I've been invested in this person, they're actually pretty unhealthy for me, so considering that they're unhealthy for me and I'm starting to become aware of that, I'd like to remove myself, So I do see you guys becoming hyper aware of what environments in your life are inherently having a negative influence on you. You're starting to realize what has not been impacting you positively. So with that being said, you're being careful where you invest your time, where you invest your energy, where you invest your love, because at the end of the day, there's two places you can invest it. A, either things that are good for you, or B, things that are not good for you at all. And which path do you think you're choosing, Taurus? Well, this man over here, he's got his back turned to this Ace of Wands, and instead, he's looking at the other staff, right? So I definitely figure and can assume here, Taurus, that you're looking towards only giving your energy towards positive things. Now, what's interesting about this situation is that this man has his wrist tied up to the staff behind him and his leg tied up to the staff in front of him. So Taurus, for quite some time, you felt very pulled back and stuck in negative, uncomfortable situations. But I definitely feel like moving into mid-January, you're getting ready here to take a leap forward. So that foot that's tied down is not going to be tied down any longer. You're getting ready to take a massive leap. I never saw that here. I actually never saw the ropes in the Two of Wands in this deck. I like the way they depicted this card. That's really cool. So looking at everything so far for you guys, coming into mid-January, your current energy is the Death, the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands. You've been waiting for a change for a very long time. That change you've been waiting for is finally coming in. Like I mentioned earlier, the Devil to the Page of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. You know, some of you Tauruses here could have been stuck or had a negative attachment towards somebody for quite some time. If that's the case, coming into the second half of the month here, you are finally letting go of somebody who's not good for you. You're finally detaching from somebody who's had a negative influence on you. So if you've been stuck on somebody, you're severing ties, which is overall a good thing to see. And the reason why is because you as a person have changed. You have become the Death card. You have changed within yourself. And you know, as a person continues to change, so does their feelings and so does their circumstances surrounding them. So if there's been any sort of attachment to your past, that's going to change. Now, if you've noticed in general, any kind of negativity or any kind of negative environments or any kind of negative situations you've been giving your energy to in general, you are saying that in mid-January, I'm done doing that. I'm limiting myself from investing into situations that cause a negative impact on me. I just can't do it anymore. I realize that where I put my energy is what I'm going to get back. What I invest my energy into is what I'm going to get back. And I have a say in where my energy goes. So if I'm noticing and becoming aware that I'm going the extra mile for people who don't deserve it, or that I'm putting myself in these negative situations, I'm going to pull my ass out of that because I have a choice to invest myself in situations that are positive and impact me positively. All right, let's go ahead and see where things are going for you. Where are things going for Taurus throughout mid-January 2022? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout mid-January 2022. We have here the Page of Cups. We also got here the Five of Wands. We have here the Queen of Wands. And we got here the Two of Cups. So, Page of Cups here to the Five of Wands. Based upon where things are going for you guys, I definitely feel like you're in a place where you don't really want to engage. With that Five of Wands, you're in a place of love. It's kind of like love over hate. It's kind of like high vibe over low vibe. That's the energy that I'm seeing for you guys. It's like I just don't really have the time right now to get to a low vibrational place and engage in other people's negativity. I'm in a place in my life right now where all I want to offer is good things for people. And I want to offer good things to people who want to offer that back to me. So you're only making room to have the good stuff in your life. And you're also noticing too, like the energy I put out there as well is the energy that I'm going to get back. So if I'm putting out negative energy there, that's what I'm getting back in my life. So you're deciding to put out good energy in your life, Taurus. You're making a 180 here. It's like I want to put out good energy. And you know what? For the things that don't resonate with my dope-ass energy, for the people that don't resonate with my dope-ass energy, it is what it is. They don't need to be a part of my life in the first place. So the Page of Cups here is saying, going forward in this second half, it's good vibes only for me, okay? We also have here the Queen of Wands, and we got here the Two of Cups. You are paying attention as well to what it is you feel heavily connected to, Taurus, in mid-January 2022. I feel like the Queen of Wands is the vibe of I'm not fucking around with what I want for myself. So if I feel connected to something, Two of Cups, I'm making sure that I go after it. It's definitely an energy where it's saying, if I see something I want, I'm going to get something I want. So that's really good to see for you too, because when you're in the energy of, I know what I want for myself, you will make sure you don't get sold short. Good. That's going to benefit you a lot within your career, because when you know that you're not going to get yourself sold short in your career, you'll start claiming abundance because you'll make sure you get exactly what it is you deserve. I like that, guys. I like it a lot. So the overview of this reading that I'm getting so far for you guys is that coming into mid-January, there's going to be a change that you've been waiting for quite a long time. I definitely feel like the change this is referencing is you really detaching from negative environments. I feel like the Devil card has been negative attachments that you've kind of been attached to for quite some time, whether you've had a toxic friend that you've been surrounded by, whether you've had a lover or a toxic ex that you've been stuck on, whether you've had toxic family members. I just feel like there's been a toxic environment you've been attached to for far too long, and withdrawing from that environment in mid-January is going to be such a blessing for you because it allows you to feel genuinely free. It allows you to feel happy again. Remember, the more we're surrounded by a certain type of environment, the more we kind of become like that environment, right? So if you're surrounded by, have you ever noticed, like if a person's surrounded by a toxic mother, they end up becoming just like their mother, and people compare them to their mother who's quite toxic? Your environment you're surrounded by inevitably tends to consume you. So if you've been surrounded by really nasty people, your energy may have been very nasty. And being in that negative environment really dimmed your light. It really dimmed you being a loving and open person. So with the Page of Cups coming out for you in the second half of the month, it's a good thing, because once you distance yourself from the Devil, that's when you feel like you can be that loving Taurus again. That's what makes you feel like you can be that warm and open person again, to say, you know what, conflict is not the route I want to go. I want good vibes and good vibes only, because you now have nothing disrupting your energy. Alright, let's go ahead over here and see if we got any messages coming in from your guides. Keep in mind, Taurus, for this portion of the reading, this could resonate to anything that we just talked about, or it could be a completely random message, alright? So are there any dire or important messages coming in here from Taurus? We got here a couple of fire trucks. Today's actually a pretty crazy day, guys. There's been a lot of black ice on the roads. There's actually like a really crazy pile up earlier this morning on one of the major highways here in New York. It's been nuts today. It's been a crazy day. Just wanted to throw that out there if you heard the fire trucks. It is a super cold day and there's a lot of black ice outside. So Taurus, be careful driving, guys. Watch those roads. Make sure they're salted. Get winter tires. Alright? Maybe that's a message your guides wanted you to hear. But anyways, let's see what dire or important messages are coming in from Taurus's spirit guides. We had the Hermit come out, we also got here the High Priestess, we got here the Knight of Cups, and we have here the King of Pentacles. Taurus, the Hermit to the High Priestess. If you feel intuitively called to remove yourself from any situations, do it without fear and do it without any reason at all. Your reasoning is enough reasoning. Remember that. So Taurus, I feel like your guides are saying if you guys are being called to remove yourself from any situations that just give you bad energy, that give you a bad vibe, that make you uncomfortable, you have every reason to do so. You have every reason to withdraw. And you don't owe people any explanations because you know what's best for you. So coming into the mid-month mark, there is something in this reading that has been kind of coming up for me that I haven't talked about too much, and I feel like that's the energy of bending over backwards for people. I think the thing that people don't realize about Taurians is that Tauruses, for the people that they're loyal to, for the people that they care about, you guys can bend over backwards for those types of people. You'll break your back for the ones that you love, and for the ones that you're loyal to, and for the ones that you care about. So I definitely feel like your guides are trying to say, don't be afraid to have boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say, I'm not going out today. Don't be afraid to say, sorry, can't do that for you. Point blank, period. Don't be afraid to say, sorry, this isn't working out. I don't want to be friends, or I don't want to be together. Whatever does not make you feel good on an energetic level, you have every right to distance yourself from it. And that doesn't matter if you have any logical reasoning behind it at all. If you're intuitively feeling a bad vibe, that's enough evidence right there for you to say, okay, this person doesn't align with me vibrationally, I need to take some space. So your guides really want you to pay attention to how you're feeling when you're around certain types of people, and they also want you to not bend over backwards for anybody, especially people who will not do the same for you. Now we have here the Knight of Cups, and we also have here the King of Pentacles. This is a great month for stability, guys. I even said that in the beginning of the reading because the Four of Wands is what came out originally, right? You had the Death card, the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands. You know, the changes you've been waiting for are starting to manifest in your life. The Four of Wands over here talks about stability coming into your life. So coming into mid-January, I definitely see a lot of stability working your way. King of Pentacles is good when it comes towards money, guys. That's about getting a money increase. There could possibly be a raise coming forth at your job. There could potentially be a new job offering up or lining up, or new job offer, excuse me, lining up for you. That could be a potential coming in for a few of you Tauruses too. So keep your eyes open for that. So as far as what I'm getting from your spirit guides, just don't be afraid to have your boundaries, and also make sure you're not bending over backwards for people who wouldn't do the same for you. It's okay to take care of yourself, Taurus, and to hold yourself down, and to tell people that don't deserve what they ask for, no. Okay? It's okay to tell a person no, especially if they don't deserve what it is they're asking for. Now, there is one thing I want to touch up with, or get more information on. You know, the reading was talking about you gaining this form of stability. I haven't seen that being talked about that much in mid-January. So what kind of stability are we talking about here for Taurus? What kind of stability is coming in for them in general for mid-January 2022? What kind of stability is coming in for Taurus? We got the Six of Pentacles. I like that. When we talk about terms of stability with the Six of Pentacles, this is about equal give and take. Previously, I was telling you guys, don't bend over backwards for people, especially people who wouldn't bend backwards for you. The Six of Pentacles is saying, make sure you have equal give and take. That means equal give and take in your relationships, equal give and take in your workforce, equal give and take in your own life. If you feel that you are doing too much for other people and they're not doing the same, pull yourself out of that. If you feel that you are not getting what it is you're worthy of or deserving of, let that individual know what it is you're worth. For example, if you're in a relationship and you're dealing with a partner who you feel doesn't give you the time of day, or you're dealing with a partner who you feel doesn't express the love that you'd like to receive, it would be good to open up and say, hey, look, this is what I know I'm worthy of, this is what I know I'm deserving of, and unfortunately, if you're not going to give me what I know I deserve, somebody else will. You know, this second half of the month, Taurus, is about speaking up for yourself and saying, I know what I'm worth. And if you're not giving me what I'm worth, then I'm not giving you anything. Page of Pentacles. You will not get anything from me. So just saying, when it comes towards the lines of stability, it's about getting what you're worth, guys, because you're not going to let anything slide. You're not going to be getting less than. I remember telling you guys in the beginning of the read, don't sell yourselves short. Absolutely do not. If people are giving you less than what it is you deserve, Taurus, you make sure they know what it is you deserve. And if they do not supply and or provide, someone or something else will. All right? In terms of stability, also Taurus, we have here the Emperor, and we have here the Ten of Swords. When we talk about stability on other areas of your life, I think this is kind of referencing if a situation to me feels that it's going nowhere, I'm not going to continue giving my energy to beating a dead horse. I feel like that's, how do I want to describe this message? Because it's like, coming into mid-January, the way that you're going to be stable is that you're done beating a dead horse. Does that make sense, Taurus? Like, you're done holding on to things that you know are going nowhere. You're done working on things that you already know are completely unstable. It's like, if I want stability, I should surround myself with such. If I want stability, I should surround myself with things that are consistent. For example, if you have friends that aren't very consistent with you, are they really stable friends? Most likely not. So maybe you should think about saying, well, who does hang out with me often? Who does give me the time of day as a friend? Who actually checks in with me on an emotional level? Oh, this person does. Okay, then they're actually considered more stable than the people that I already hang around with, so maybe I should hang around with those people. It's kind of like the energy of Taurus. Anything that shows inconsistencies, anything that shows instability, you should try to, I don't necessarily want to say you have to end those things, but you should try to distance yourself from it, because if stability is something you want, if consistency is something you want, you should surround yourself with such. So if you have people in your life that are not showing up for you, don't show up for them. Point blank period. And for the ones that are showing up for you, show up for them. Because at the end of the day, the more stability you surround yourself with, the more you're going to attract. Okay, so that was another message that I got for you. But either way though, Taurus, I think you guys get the point. So I'm going to jump to the outcome here so we don't have a very repetitive reading, because I do see the same couple of messages coming out in repeat. But hopefully it resonated and helped out in any sort of way for you. But let's go ahead and see what the outcome is going to be, okay? So what is the overall outcome for Taurus's month here? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-January 2022. What is going to be the overall outcome for the Taurus? And what do we got? We got here the World card. Hell yeah, guys. Entering a whole new cycle, entering a brand new world. I like that for you. The World card is about putting behind the old things you've experienced, the old cycles, the old environments that no longer served you, as you're now stepping into a world that you're getting everything you want, because you know it's what it is you deserve. Six of Pentacles. Where is it? I had that Six of Pentacles somewhere. Where did it go? Ah, here it is, okay? Literally, Six of Pentacles here to the World card. It's about getting what it is you want in this new world because you know you're worthy and deserving of it. And it's about putting behind you all the stuff that no longer matches your vibration. It's about putting behind you all the stuff that doesn't deserve you, point blank, period. Okay? So Taurus, I like it for you guys. I like it a lot. Thank you all so much for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If it does resonate with you, let me know down in the comments down below. If not, no worries, guys. It won't be your story, but there will be much more videos in the future, okay? Like I said, with the overview of this reading, things are changing for you. You know, you're moving out of inconsistent environments. You're moving away from inconsistent people. You're moving away from unstable situations. And you're really tapping into an energy where you're getting the consistency you've wanted, you're getting the commitment you've wanted from other individuals and other situations, and you're getting damn well what it is you deserve. So I'm proud of you guys. And guess what? It's all because it's a choice. You can choose to have inconsistent energy around you, you can choose to tolerate it, or you can choose to say, you know what, this is what I don't tolerate, and the only thing I will tolerate is getting exactly what I deserve. And that's the direction you're going into, okay? Alright, Taurus, I love you. Enjoy the rest of mid-January, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, Taurus, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.